What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Nerdy Site episode of Full Circle. I'm your host, as always, older Harmon Jr. Please feel free to find me at older Harmon Jr. on all your favorite social media, including TikTok. While I will not do the world's most popular dances, I will not do milk crate challenges, but I will tell you stories of my adventures in gaming land. But forget all that, because today we have another great show for you today with another great guest. People, please give it up. Warm welcome, all the applause to a Full Circle podcast first timer. She is a crusader of justice. She is a gaming journalist. Bam. Please welcome Saniya. Woo! How are you doing today, ma'am?
I am doing great.
That is great. So, just in case the people at home don't know, who are you and what do you do?
I am Saniya Ahmed. I am a game journalist at GameSpot, and I do guides and design at IGN.
Ooh, that is impressive. Design as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for joining the Full Circle family today. And people, we got a fun show for you today because you are going to get a lot of strong opinions. And you know what? Strong opinions always equals good show. And if I know anything about Saniya, she has strong opinions.
Mm-hmm.
And so today,
that's true.
she's like, I'm just, yes, I will confirm that statement.
Yeah.
But today we're going to be having an exciting show for today. We're going to be talking about Amazon and their new breakout game, New World. And people, you know, I crap on the Amazon Game Studios all the time because they have been laughably bad. Like, so bad that, like, you don't even know how bad it is just because that's how unforgettable they are. But whatever, they found success. So go them for now. But before that, we're going to be talking about the Gamergate TV show that's getting produced. And yes, if you haven't heard, yes, they're making a Gamergate TV show. And we'll get into that a little bit later because thoughts and opinions. But before that, we're going to talk about the elephant in the room. The final Smash Brothers characters was revealed, and it was Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Sora's in Smash. None of us thought it would happen, but it happened. They saved them for last, and, you know, the internet went wild. And Saniya, how did you feel when you saw this announcement or heard about it or whatever the time frame was when you got the news?
Well, I got the news from Twitter. I was just scrolling and I would just see Sora everywhere. And then like sad Waluigi like things, comments. And I was like, oh yeah, Kingdom Hearts. Like, I don't even know that much about Kingdom Hearts because, I mean, the last time I was into Kingdom Hearts was like, I think when I was in like elementary school, I had a big Kingdom Hearts poster and then my mom took it down. And then after that, I'm just like, it gives me flashbacks of that. But I was like happy for everybody that wanted Sora because I'm still recovering from what they did to Dante, that Dante skin.
Ooh.
That me fighter Dante skin.
Yeah.
I mean, after that, I just don't care.
You're like, I'm out. I tried. I can't do this no more.
Yeah, good for you guys. You got your character.
You know, it's funny you talk about your mom took that poster down. So my mom got in the early 2000s. My mom got caught up in that whole like Harry Potter's of the devil, witchcraft, destroying your children phase,
Yeah.
fad, whatever you want to call it. And one day she came up into my room, unbeknownst to me. I didn't know this was going on. And she was like, do any of your games have witches in it? And I was playing Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons. And I was like, oh, yeah, there's a witch in this game I'm playing right now. She was like, in the trash. I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, what other games? I was like, none. None of them. None of them have witches. There's one with the devil in it, but you kick them in the nuts. All these other games are good. Step away.
Yeah.
That was like the first legit time I told a major lie to my mother. Like, I still remember it to this day. Like, I know. Because, you know, normally it wasn't like a little lie, like, did you spill the soup? No, it was like, I was just lying. I was just like, nope, none of them. Nope, not a single one. But no, it terrified me when she, like, threw it in the trash. I was like, what's going on? What is life? What did I do, Lord? So I feel you with that trauma.
Yeah,
But
I see that. I
yeah.
remember that every time I see Sora's face. But I mean, yeah, it was really nice seeing everybody's comments on it. I was like, because I know that there was like a poll that happened, I think a couple of years ago. They
Yeah.
did like a poll asking like which character they want on Smash. I think it was like a couple of years ago. And then people are saying that this was like related to that.
Yeah, Sora was voted the most wanted character in Smash. Whenever I think they did that when the one for the Wii U came out, but they never posted the
Hmm.
results. It was just like everyone just felt like it was just a dumb poll that didn't mean anything, but apparently it did. Sora was number one, and they went through the nonsense of legal magic to put him in the game. And I was actually
Mm.
pretty geeked. I wanted okay. Sora's one of those characters that I was like, okay, I love Kingdom Hearts, but I had like five characters before him. So, so I was geeked, but I wasn't max geeked. It did get
Hmm.
a oh out of me though, so it was good enough for that for the oh lot of H's reaction.
Oh, I saw so many of those. Oh my God. I follow like all these like Sora fan like crazy people. Like I was like looking through their like Twitch reactions and everybody had that same reaction and I was like I wish I could relate, but I mean it's the last character, so I guess that's cool.
Yeah. So one thing I always appreciate about any game across any genre, but Smash Brothers seems to be a master at it, are amazing game trailers. Like I love amazing game trailers,
Hmm.
like especially ones that are better than the games. Looking at you, Assassin's Creed Syndicate or whatever it was called, because I feel like Assassin's Creed
Yeah.
trailers are always amazing, but the games
Oh
aren't.
yeah.
I digress. So even if I wasn't geeked for Sword, the trailer was so well done that I was just like, oh, this is beautiful. Like when I was younger, I always wanted to direct music videos. Like I didn't want to
Yeah.
sing or rap. I just wanted to direct the music videos because I always felt like they didn't capture the moment. But this game trailer captured the moment. It was like the music, the
Hmm.
presentation, the story. I was like, okay, I gotta admit this is nice. Like even if I never play Sora, I enjoyed this. Like the finale of the moment.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Yeah.
so very well done, Nintendo, Sakurai, and all that. And I love that they recreated the moment for Kingdom Hearts 2 when you fight Sephiroth in Smash. So I was like, that's a nice
Hmm.
touch.
No, that trailer was nice. Like I even was like smiling because I was like, "Dang, this is cool." Like that, like whatever slow-mo, like they show his face coming through that thing. But
And you get the music, the good old when
yeah,
you walk away, you don't. I can't sing, but everyone, you know the theme. You know the theme. It goes hard. But I guess you know I'm gonna ask a very open-ended question. It has no real answer,
hmm.
but I really think. Do you think Super Smash Bros. Ultimate will go down in history as the most ambitious crossover ever? The answer is yes, but you can say no.
I mean, there's like what, like 80 something characters in the game. Is that like the most they've ever had?
83, yes, it is the most that it's probably the biggest fighting game roster to date. I don't know that for sure, but I feel like that's probably true. If it's not the most, it has to be like second place or something.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, I don't really know what other fighting game has that many characters that you could choose from. So I feel like, I mean, I would have to agree with you on that. It does sound pretty epic.
Yeah, I think Smash Bros is one of those cool games. Like you always have games that transcend gaming. Like they become
Hmm.
more than the game. Hip hop culture and stuff. And I feel like Smash Bros definitely that because I feel like the hardcore fan, you have the hardcore fan base, the casual fan base, and then you just have the people that just know what it is. And I feel like the people who just
Hmm.
know what it is and appreciate it is greater than the other two combined. And I always find it interesting when games find a way to do that.
Yeah. I mean, I like Smash. I've played Smash for, I don't know, so many years. I played it like with my cousins. I used to play it all the time because I didn't have a GameCube. My cousin did. So like I'd play on that. And then um but for some reason, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just me, but when I'm playing, I lose track of my character like constantly. Especially the more people I play Smash with, like on the arena, I always fall off, or I'm thinking that I'm like somebody else's character. So that is like that's something I struggle with in Smash. But otherwise, it's a really fun game, and I love it.
I mean, no, that's fair. I think that's happened to the best of us, getting lost in the chaos. You know, nothing's worse than thinking you won a game, especially back in split screen era, or just, when you're all on the same screen, and be like, yeah, I won.
Yeah,
And then someone being like, bro, you were never that character. And then you're like, what was I doing?
yeah, yeah. Like people be like, Saniya, why are you like falling off the map? And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm right there.
No, it's crazy. And, it's weird because you think as an adult, teenager, as a sentient being, something would be like, my inputs and what's happening on the screen are not matching up in the slightest. But somehow you're just like, nah, that's me. That's
Yeah.
that fancy move I've never done before ever. Yeah, that was me right now.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh man, this reminds me of those days. So I had a coming to Jesus moment when I was younger. I used to play like a NBA 2K. I don't know. It was a basketball game on the Super Nintendo with my uncle. And sometimes I would win, sometimes I would lose. And then one day I saw it. I followed the cord and realized my controller was never plugged in.
Oh no.
I remember this feeling of like, I'm so stupid. How long has this been going on?
Wait,
Everything's
were
a
you
lie.
like playing with other people?
Yes, like I was always playing with like him and his
Like,
friends,
oh my god.
quote unquote
And
playing.
nobody even told you anything?
Nobody,
Yeah.
I know it's something things people do so little kids can feel like they're playing even though they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
That's so cruel.
I just remember being like, they're like, hey, you want to play with us? I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like I never told them. Like I just
Yeah.
internalized that hurt. Oh man, that did ever happen to you, or were you ever the person to do this to a little kid, some unbeknownst little kid?
No, I mean, I have older brothers that would play all the time, and I'd be like, "Hey, let me play," and then they'd be like, "No," and then I just wouldn't bother, and I would just watch. And then like if they had to go to the bathroom or something, I'd be like, "Let me just do this one mission," and they'd be like, "Okay, just walk around or something," and I was like, "Devil may cry," and I was like, "I don't know what I'm doing," but there was moments like that, but no, I never had anybody trick me, thankfully.
Okay, nah, yeah. I don't know. I had to be somewhere between the ages of 4 and 6, so it was, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I learned all my life lessons through video games, honestly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Any co-op games I would play with my cousin that had the GameCube and like was it the Nintendo 64? He's like around my age, so I was like, okay, at least like there's somebody I can play with. I'm sure though, like, well, actually, this is funny because that was us when we were kids, and then now, whenever his niece wants to play, she'll be like, Mario, Mario, whenever we're playing with the Switch, and we just give her like an Xbox controller or something. And she's like, there I am. I'm like, yeah, keep going. It's like Mario Kart or something.
dang,
Poor
after
thing.
your whole big speech about how you would never, how you could never do such a thing, here you are.
Things change.
I mean, it's okay. We probably all done it. I mean,
Yeah.
no harm, no foul, right? They think they're a beast.
Yeah.
It's
I
funny.
won.
It's funny because Smash Brothers is actually a game that taught me that there will always be somebody better than you. Because I think at some point in another, whatever that was in the 64, Melee, Brawl, what have you, that somebody probably on the younger side thought they were the best Smash player ever because, they either beat their friends or their siblings or what have you. And then they finally go somewhere outside their small group of people they play Smash with. And you have this
Yeah.
horrible realization one day when someone literally beats you into the ground, damn near untouched. and you're like, I suck. Not only do
Yeah,
I suck horribly. Because then you'll see that
yeah,
person fight another person, and that person loses, and you're like, oh man, I'm not second or third. I'm just at the bottom of the ladder.
yeah.
For me,
That's
I
why you
had
gotta
that
pick
moment
your
in
battles.
college. It came late. It came late for me. Like I really thought I was good until I was in college. I went to like a Smash meetup. This was back when like
Oh
Facebook was
no.
new. So like I saw
Yeah.
it, heard it around the grapevine. I was like, yeah, here's my GameCube controller. Let's man just dominate it. Just might as well have been a rag doll for everyone to play with. Ugh, wasn't a good day.
That would probably be me with Mario Kart. I'm already bad at Smash, so I mean, I don't even like. That's why I'm like, do I really want to play? I don't know. But Mario Kart, I'm always first or second, like always. But I play with the same people. Do I want to play with other people and be sixth, seventh? No. So I'm just gonna keep playing with the same people.
So I've
Same
always
with Mario Party. I'm a beast.
oh
I'll get
you're
all the stars. You can't stop me. I win all the mini games. You can't stop me.
well, Mario Kart. I mean, Mario Kart, Mario Party, the new one's about to be online. So well, we can go. I'm just saying,
Whoa.
we
Oh
can
my
go.
God.
All the Game Journal people.
Yes. That would be so fun. Oh my God. That'd be a challenge. It's like people that like I know are gamers and like play video games regularly going against other like actual like gamers and not just like people that are just playing video games for fun once in a while. Whew.
Oh,
That'd be a real challenge.
I remember when I did the Pokemon League thing at PAX. They have them at PAX. I played against other people who battle seriously and stuff, and I found out I was still good. It was such a great relief for my psyche because I remember my first tournament. I was like, oh god, what if I suck? Pokemon's my thing. Like I can't be
Yeah.
bad at my thing. Like I can be
Yeah.
bad at like Street Fighter. Like I love Street Fighter, but I'm okay that I'm not good at that at like high level play. But I cannot not be good at Pokemon. But I still was.
Hmm.
So I was like, oh thank God. Because I don't
Yeah.
know if I was gonna be able to take that L.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. That happened to me. Well, not in like uh any of those games, but there was an embarrassing time where like when I first met my partner, I learned that he plays Destiny also. And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty good at the PvP Crucible, blah blah. And he was like, oh yeah, okay, let's play. And then like every time I'm like at the bottom and he was like at the top and I just was like, this is why you don't tell people you're good at something before you play with them.
oh man, that's the golden rule right there. That's why
Yeah.
I learned, and not I'm not saying I don't use this to mislead people, but I learned one, you never say you're good at something. Two, the second someone gives you the most nonchalant, I'm all right. You avoid fighting that person. The
Yeah.
nonchalant, I'm all right, lets you know everything you need to know about someone's skill
Yeah.
level.
I already ruined it for me, I guess, for whatever Mario Party and Mario Kart, because I kind of went off earlier saying how good I was.
I'll give you a pass on Mario Kart. I've stated this many times on the show before, but I normally don't curse. I'm very PG 13 on a spicy day. But Mario
Yeah.
Kart makes me lose all religion. Like I am like Sailor Man on the high seas, only because like I don't know, random acts of violence. Mario Kart wakes up and chooses violence every single day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And no matter how good you are, sometimes you can't escape it. You will be in first 95.6% of the match. And then,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
in the other games, like you have like a gradual, like you either know you're gonna lose or like you kind of have hope or like you're like, oh, I don't know how this is gonna go. But with Mario Kart, it's like the one thing where like you see that the what's it called, the star, when they get the star and they just like start zooming through everybody, or that I forgot what that thing is called, the bullet, the big bullet.
Oh, the bullet bill.
Yeah, so. And they just like go between everybody's cars, just throwing everybody to the side. And that blue shell, of course.
Mm,
But
it
yeah, it's unpredictable.
unpredictable nonsense. And speaking of unpredictable nonsense, in case you haven't heard, people, there's going to be a Gamergate TV show. And I am going to pat myself on the back because that segue was nice.
Yeah.
But so before we give you the opinions, let me just give you the straight facts, people. There's going to be a Gamergate TV show. And do I mean Gamergate, that big fiasco that happened, well over a decade now, where randos on the internet decide to attack women with just misinformation and all that nonsense. And it really just got out of control. It's one of those things that, like, it gets out of control and you ask yourself, how the hell does this even happen? But it did. And then, it was kept alive for a little bit, but it finally burned out at some point. I don't know when that was. But one of the victims, targets, if you will, of the Gamergate movement was Brianna Wu. And, it affected her personal life and things like that. But now her and Mind Ride Entertainment are putting together a Gamergate TV show to talk about that incident from 2014. That predate things like, QAnon and other disinformation things. This one particularly about, women in gaming. And they're going to tell the stories, use fictional people in the industry, I assume, to, protect people's identities. And yeah, they're gonna do that. And Saniya, I feel like I like to give people the benefit of the doubt and feel like this has the best intentions somehow, but it kind of feels like reigniting the fire on a blaze that went out finally for me.
Yeah, no, because the main, or like the initial big victim of Gamergate was Zoe Quinn, and she tweeted how she wasn't even contacted by Brianna Vu or like anybody else that's making this show. So it's like, what are you really trying to do? Because like here's the main, or like I guess the person that was like initially targeted and started and like kicked off this whole hate campaign, I guess. And nobody thought it was okay to like tell her or like include her. I mean, this has happened before too. I remember earlier this year, there was somebody that was saying like, there's like an announcement that there's going to be a movie or a show, like a satire comical like show about Gamergate, and everybody was like, no, nobody wants this. Again, they didn't contact Zoe Quinn or like any other victims. But this one's interesting because like it's one of the victims that's creating this, but it's also not including all the other victims that were that have suffered a lot because of Gamergate and still do. So that just seemed really off to me. It's like,
Oh yeah, most definitely. I agree with you. The part, so I heard about it. I initially had like a I don't know, fam type of thought, but I was like, let me read up about it. Maybe if I read and understand more, it'll make sense. And it started to make less sense. And like you said, it's only one of the victims' targets. However you want to phrase that. Because I know some people don't like to be called victims, so I use the word target sometimes. And I'm just like, the part that really just made a hit the sour note for me was, it's going to use fictional people. And I'm just like, but this was a very real thing. This isn't something, it will be like me, Odell, a black person, being like, I'm going to make a documentary about 2020 and police brutality and how it affected black people and use made up stories. And I'm like, one, person, I feel like that lessens what you're trying to do by using fictional things. Two, there were so many real people who were real life affected, who had their lives forever changed. Why would I lessen that by using fictional people and situations? Because then it's almost like I'm parodying or making light of a very serious issue. that just didn't sit well with me from that angle.
Yeah, like I just don't think it's gonna be productive or helpful in like changing anyone's mind, or I don't think it'll be educational either. It's just like hard to see what the motive is behind it. Like I don't know, it's probably just like I don't know, like they have that trauma, so it's just like what is the show gonna do really for everybody else that was affected, and what is it gonna do for the games community? How is it going to change anything? Because like even though Gamergate was a couple of years ago, it's still kind of it's created a toxic culture that's still pretty prominent, and it's like I don't know, it's so messy. It's like how do you deal with this right now and not include the other people? And it just seems like such a messy development.
Yeah, like again, you can't. And if this was like a documentary style, like this is what happened. Here are the people. Here are the players. Here are the interviews, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Like I'm like okay, because like I think you said it extremely well. Like it's probably not going to be educational, which I feel like things of this nature that should be one of its main focuses, if not the main focus, is to educate people on how this happened. With the hopes of preventing it, stopping it, because let's be real. Let's even if this had the best intentions, the trolls were gonna come out. They were gonna come out full force and do what they do. Probably people who wasn't even around during Gamergate or didn't even know it came out would come out, troll, be bad people, all that good stuff. But if you're gonna do this, half baked production, like it's going to, because people already downplay Gamergate, as I'm sure you're aware, as in it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
But a sloppy rollout would just further that narrative, and I don't know. Ultimately I'm not. I don't have a personal relationship with Brianna Wu. I can't speak on what her ideals are, but just from what we've seen, it just seems nonsensical, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, just like who's supposed to be telling the story? Who's the story about? If the people, if like a lot of the main victims of Gamergate, and it wasn't just it wasn't just like five people. There's like a bunch of people that became like the big targets, and then there was like everybody else. So it was like a whole thing of like just a lot of people getting targeted, a lot of people of color, and a lot of women. So I don't know. It's just like, how do you tell this story in a fictional way? I don't know. It's just, when I heard it, I was just like, what's going on? Like, why bring this up? Why do this now? It just
Yeah,
seems so pointless.
it does. I'm trying to honestly look at the other side of the coin on this one. I'm like, nah. And I'm like, is this one of those weird like reverse clout chasing things? Like, I don't know if she needs clout or wants clout, but I'm just like, and who's this? Who's the person? Mind Riot Entertainment. Who are they? Let me Google people here.
Yeah, I don't know.
What do y'all do? What have they ever produced? Listen to my keys as I do investigative reporting live on the show. Uh, I have found their website. Mind Riot Entertainment, where talent comes first. What have y'all made? Work. I don't want to know who works there. I want to know what have y'all made. I don't know what they've made. They have made this hard. I give up. But hey, whatever, right? Nonsense sells, right? That's why we have things like the Kardashians and all that. If you like the Kardashians, I'm not ragging on you. I'm just saying you enjoy watching nonsense.
I feel like this show could do more harm than good, I think that's what everybody's thinking about. Everybody that doesn't agree with their idea of making a show. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. I think we already all subconsciously know what's going to happen. But we will see. And this goes on something. This actually relates to something I feel like both of us talk about heavily on Twitter about gaming as a whole. We live in a weird gaming space where I always say this. I've been more vocal about it a lot more in recent years than I have, but I always felt this way. Gaming is progressive only on the surface level. Like,
Yeah.
the game industry will rah any minority, woman, LGBTQ plus, any disenfranchised group cause to the end of never, and then go around and, forgive me, people, but it's the truth, hire a whole bunch of white people and be like, "Where you minorities at? Why aren't y'all applying?" And it's like, bruh, bruh.
Yes. Oh my God.
Don't tag all of us. Be like, "Where you at?" And then your next 5 hires are white people.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like, it makes me so mad. It makes my blood boil. Ooh, like that's like one of those times where I go on Twitter, I'm just like there's a ton of rant, and I got like a thread of like 6 giant paragraphs. But it's such a problem. Like it just seems so performative sometimes. Like it's just like, even, I don't know, it's not just like industry, like the companies. It's like the people that are hiring, and then like people at those companies sometimes too. And it's like they're like, yeah, apply, and then it's just like, who'd you hire? And it's a white person, and I'm sure and like the thing to me is like, why is it happening? Like, are they not applying? Is it not? Is something wrong with, like, is it not appealing? Is it like, is there a problem with it? Is it like, what's wrong with, if it's like, if they're not choosing a person of color, why? That's just, especially just seeing at one after another, just another white hire, and it's just like, what is this industry doing? I don't know.
Yeah. And people, just for clarification, I'm not saying a deserving white person should not get the job. Anyone who deserves a job should get a job. And the issue with these it's just people who are not white and deserving tend to never get the job. And
yeah.
And just for our maybe non-people of color listeners, I'm sure you're going to name about 3 to 4 people of color that you know. But also, this is also a problem because the thing is, once you find a person of color that fits a certain narrative, be it a woman of color, a black person, a Muslim person, they champion those people as if they represent a whole industry of people like them. But no, they're really just the one.
Yeah.
And, I always have to, I try to educate people that championing a singular person for an entire group isn't really solving the issue. Like, if you're championing one black person at a company of 1,000 white people, no problem was really solved. I mean, yes, they're getting the accolades that they deserve, and God bless them, they probably should, and I'm happy for them. But, you got to spotlight more than just one person.
Yeah,
but
that's exactly
yeah,
the situation.
I digress. That's not. I don't want to ruffle too many feathers, but I feel like with this Gamergate thing, we're doing we're gonna do another thing of where we're gonna be spotlighting things that don't need to be spotlighted and taking away attention from people, groups, hard workers that really deserve that. And that is probably honestly my biggest issue. I wasn't gonna go there, but sadly I did. Here we are. It's my show. I do what I want.
You already went after the Kardashians.
I'm sorry. Do you like that show?
No, I mean, sometimes they have like good fashion, I guess, once in a while, but like, I bet you hurt a lot of people with that.
Oh man, I probably did. But you know what? The Kardashians have also hurt a lot of people. So I'm just saying.
Wow.
Dang, that's deep. I know, man.
Yeah.
Like, I came here to talk about games, not get all philosophical. Oh man. But so, in other news, in case y'all didn't know, Amazon Game Studios has made a new MMO, which honestly I heard maybe like one thing about this game before its release, and now people won't shut up about it. And I'm just like, I don't know how games work sometimes. I really don't. But Amazon Game Studios, yes, the same Amazon Game Studios who made Crucible and then canceled it before release, the same Amazon Game Studios who has still to this day Amazon Luna, which is like Google Stadia, except somehow even worse, but it's somehow still a thing you can buy right now. Amazon Game Studios made an MMO called New World, and guess what? It's taken off like a rocket.
I've like when I first heard about it, I was like, I only heard like the bad stuff. So I heard like how it's like I just heard bad things about the story. I don't know how it plays. Like I don't know what you do in the game really besides you're like fighting like zombie type of things, creatures or something, like some corrupted uh characters or whatever it is, enemies. But yeah, I don't know. I heard it's got a weird story that reflects some uh tough subjects from real life, like colonization, but
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
what they said about that.
okay. So I had to Google it, and it was like, so it's PvP. You form factions, and you have to war against other factions, and that's where some of the colonization elements come in. And apparently, people have taken it to like real life, like, hey, they don't use these terms, but I'm just dumbing it down. Hey, indigenous other faction, we're coming over and taking your land. Ha 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 ha. Rape and pillage.
No.
And I'm
Oh
just
my God.
like, you know, there's enough of that in the real world, but whatever, games are
Yeah.
art. But the thing that blows my mind is, so when I first heard about New World, it was this weird thing of a game you had to queue up for, and everyone kept missing their queues. And so my first interaction was, so it's a game that no one's played, but everyone's played but no one's played because the queues are always full. What? Say that again. And then once I learned it was a new MMO, I was just like, I honestly think Amazon had to pay like 1 million people to play this and start hyping this up. They didn't, people. They didn't. If they did, I don't know. Amazon, don't come after me. It's a haha. But it's a huge success. But I also feel like it's a fad because it was like lightning strike, right? Like you said, like I heard nothing, and then I heard bad, and then I heard like everyone's playing it, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
question mark.
Yeah, I heard I don't know, like the day it released, I never knew that game existed. I don't think I've even seen like a trailer or anything. But yeah, it was like a divide. It was like half the people are like, "Whoa, this cool game," and then half the other people were like, "Boo." So yeah, I don't know. It just seems. I mean, I guess this is like their first successful kind of game that they had. I don't know what. I think Crucible did like a really bad, and then I mean, seems hopeful for Amazon.
Does it? Because fun fact, like a day ago, the story dropped that the game was killing GPUs, and I'm just like, that's funny.
Oh,
Like
oh
people's
yeah,
graphics cards were like exploding because of the game, and then Amazon was like, nope, that's not on us. It's on all your
yeah,
crappy video cards. Buy one from us.
yeah. I heard about that. I wasn't sure what was really going on, but like it just like was getting bricked and like they're like dead GPUs and that sounds. I don't know if I've ever heard of a game doing that. Even like the biggest games that release.
Yeah, I don't. It's been interesting. I'm starting to think the success to a live service game nowadays is don't tell no one it's coming out and just be like, hey, it's out, and then people won't shut up
Hmm.
about it. because that's how Apex
Yeah.
Legends was. But Apex Legends is good. I remember telling my bruh, I was like, "Yo, bro," he was like, "What's up, bruh?" I kid you not, this is exactly how this conversation went. I'm not even joking. I was like, "Man, you know, I said you've been wanting to play a multiplayer game." He was like, "Yeah, what's up?" And I was like, "Man, this game called Apex Legends, supposedly in the same world as Titanfall just came out." And he was like, "I get off at 8. Let's go." It was history ever since. Didn't have to queue
Yeah,
up for nothing. It was just ready to go. And I remember thinking like, "Ooh, who's this black girl with this accent being the medic?" I got my main. Don't gotta think about it. Done. I still play
yeah, it
Lifeline to
just
this day.
no, they have a cool selection of characters. I mean, this one is like it's a I don't know. Like you dress up as a European, like in a European attire or something when you first start the game. I heard, or like I saw pictures. It's like a British, like very colonizer looking outfit, and I was like, oh my God. But then it's like weird because like it's like, hey, you could dress up like this, but you get to play as a POC, you know? And it's just like I don't know what this game is trying to do, and then it has like this weird whole story of colonizing, and I don't know. It seems very Amazon, very them, controversial as usual.
And you know, you think someone with unlimited money could just do better, but somehow they don't.
Yeah,
I'm like, give me that money. I'll make you a great game.
for
Maybe not on the
real.
first try. Give me like 3 tries.
Yeah, I mean they've had multiple tries and still couldn't really do that much.
Man, you know, they always buy these fancy people from these fancy companies, and I'm just like, you know, this is just to circle back to our previous topic. This is why you need more people of color in gaming, because I feel like any person that faced even the slightest bit of adversity, especially here in America, would have been like, bruh, no, no,
Yeah.
just no. Like, a easy no. And the fact that Amazon has already a massive ban list for people doing things that you'd expect to do in a game like this, I'm just like, that's cool. Not sarcastic cool people. Not cool. It's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it's this is as cool as when Fortnite was like, let's have an MLK exhibit, and then you know what? We're going to turn off all emotes except the Wonder Woman whip one because legality. And it was
Oh,
like, I'm sorry. I'm still not over that. Part of it is just like, this is the only one you couldn't turn off because of legal reasons. Th- this is an inside joke, and I know it has to be. I refuse to believe. I refuse to believe all those things culminated to that. But I digress.
yeah, it's like how did anybody like see this game, play through it, and not connect those two things together? Like, oh, this game seems kind of, you know, like how do you like even if you watch that movie Avatar, like that thing where you go to outer space and like go to this civilization and there's a got like blue people and they're like you could still figure out that even if it's a sci-fi movie, like you could figure out what the movie is about, you know? Like about like American colonization. But in this one with people wearing that European attire in like in an American-esque foresty landscape is just like there's no way. It's just hard to believe that they were like, yeah, this is not a colonization game.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I don't know. I don't know what's gaming has taught me that like I don't know what's wrong with people. Why y'all got to do this? And speaking about Avatar, I'm just gonna say I did not need to spend 3 hours to watch Pocahontas slash Dances with Wolves in space. I'm just like, this story is so unoriginal in a bad way, and I'm just like, James Cameron, come on, bruh. And like this sequel that's been getting ready to be made for the past, I don't know what, 2 decades. I'm just like, bro, no one cares. I don't. At least I
Yeah.
don't care. And of course, my opinion, you know, counts for like most people.
Yeah, like a white savior story. No, we don't need it. We don't need any more of those.
It's like, no, thank you. Weird tail sex. Don't that was just odd. It's like I saw that with my mom. That was one of those movies. I'm like, why did I take my mom to see this? She was like, I want to see it. Let's go to IMAX. We don't hang out. I'm like, we don't, mom. You kind of messed up when you threw away my game, but I guess I'm ready to forgive.
Yeah.
And then we gotta watch Tail 6. And I mean, people, that scene goes on for like a good 3 to 5 minutes. I was like, please let it end. Please.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I remember hearing about it. I don't know. Maybe someone covered my eyes or something. I don't know.
Maybe you're thinking about how you own at Mario Party and Mario Kart and was going through simulation matches in your head.
Yeah.
Just killing the game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. So, I gotta say this real quick. When Mario Party comes out, the new one, not 10 or Super Mario, whatever the last one, the new one's coming out in November. Are we playing online? And are you ready to get all your hopes and dreams crushed by me or someone else?
Okay. Well, the first round would have to be a practice round. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, unless I win, and then it counts. But yeah, I'm down. I'm a little rusty. I haven't played in a while, so that's my excuse. But I'd be down to play.
It don't matter. Mario Party's fun. It's like, here's the rules. You got like 5 seconds to figure out if you're doing good or bad and just go. My favorite part is when you play a minigame that no one really understands how you're supposed to play, and it's over in like a few seconds, and you're like, I won, but I'm not really sure how. Like, you won simply by not doing anything, and everyone else did something and messed it up. It's my favorite wins.
Yeah, I feel like I get way too competitive. I don't know. It's like, at that point, it's like, am I really having fun, or is this just like a test? Feels like a test. Like, I need to be first in all these mini games. Like, I get way too competitive. I think most competitive out of all of those multiplayer Mario games, definitely in Mario Party.
I believe it. I have a theory that Nintendo actually secretly makes all its games appear to be kid friendly, but they're all here to make us the worst possible people when gaming.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Because I kid you not, like I grew up on Halo 2. I remember playing Halo 2 and Halo 3, and I've never raged more than in a Nintendo game. Like, that's where all my rage exists, in Nintendo games, more or less.
Yeah, like when you're doing good and then like someone steals a star from you in Mario Party, and it's like, I earned that and you're just stealing it from me. None of this is fair, but I don't know. Nintendo thought it was a good rule. Just starting fights.
Yeah, I hate when someone steals a star from you, and it wouldn't even be beneficial to them winning to steal it from you. It's like, why me? You're the person who is winning, steal it from them. All you're doing is decreasing my chance. Like, but you're not even helping yourself. It's like, you know what, whatever. I know where you live. But we're nearing the end of our production, and Saniya, I want to thank you again for joining the show, talking about this stuff with me, going on this ride. And where can the people find you, keep up with you, see all the cool stuff you're doing? Maybe at you with some spicy opinions. Don't add her with nonsense, people, because we know where you live.
Yeah. But thank you for having me. This was really fun. And people can find me on Twitter, and just Twitter, at Saniyaga, Saniyaga.
I honestly, you said that so rhythmically, I thought you was about to bust out a flow. I was like, Saniyaga, Samyga, come at me, I don't play. I was like, oh, I see you. Oh, but people, you can always find me at O''DELL Harmon Jr. on Twitter as well. I succeed, I don't fail. If you want to give money, I got a Patreon. Come on, drop a little honey. I'm gonna stop it right there. I'm proud of myself for going that far with it. But before it gets bad, There is a Patreon, people. You can join cool people like Gabriel Garcia, Rachel Coleman, Baker Rice, Ryan Frazier, Gabriel Cleveland, and all some other cool people. You know, I shout you out. But remember, you can like, share, subscribe for free 99, no cost to you. And make sure you go follow Saniya and support all her amazing work at GameSpot and IGN. And until next time, people, as always, have fun, be safe, and be blessed. Peace.